that we are involved in a series of revolutions.
America can write her name across this century, and so she will if we, the people, brown and black and red, rise now to the great occasion of our brotherhood. It will take courage. Giving the world back to its inhabitants is too big a job for the merely practical. No one of us will live to see a blameless peace. We strive and pray and die for what will be here when we're gone. Our children's children are the ancestors of a free people. The fight is worth it.
So what now? What can you do to change things? First off, don't stay silent. Don't let politicians talk for you. Let the changes you want to make be heard. I want police officers fired for witnessing crimes committed by other officers and not intervening. I want police officers to be held accountable for their unlawful actions and not just fired. I want qualified immunity abolished. I want 1/5 of a police officer's time to go to training for how to react in any situation and de-escalate violence before it happens. Police should be completely unbiased when it comes to sexuality, race, religion, and gender. I want police reform, but not in a broken system. Rethink long sentences for drug offenders, end money bail that disproportionately affects people in poverty, redirect public spending for smarter infrastructures like community-based drug treatments. I want reforms that reduce the number of people incarcerated for ethnic and racial disparities. Turn probation into something that supports and rewards success rather than detecting mistakes. Educate the young about our past, about the mistakes we made. Don't just teach a filtered down version of history. What about the future then? If every single grade school child is taught the explicit reality of what slavery and Jim Crow were really like, what people of color had to endure for so long, that generation will grow up and make a change. I guarantee it. We must now train key decision makers in the criminal justice system to recognize their bias. We must rebuild our systems into something that respects all human beings as an individual first and foremost. We must become truly aware and see all perspectives and sides to gain empathy, compassion, and tolerance. Come together, not apart, and work together to make change. Also, if you have not already, vote. If you already have, amazing. If you haven't, do it. Now, before I end this video, I want to mention something that's happened in recent months. John Lewis, an American politician and civil rights leader, passed away on July 17th. He served in the U.S. House of Representatives from 1987 until his death, and is one of the early freedom fighters and civil rights leaders. What we're fighting for now is what he has been fighting for his entire life. The Black Lives Matter movement is a continuation of the civil rights movement. So continue the fight and stand up for equality. I'll end with a quote by Maya Angelou. History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again.
Of these victims, I want you just to raise your voice and say Black Lives Matter. Tamia Horsford, George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Robert Miller, Jamarion Robinson. Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! We thank you for each and every life that is here with us, and we take tonight to honor and remember those who are no longer with us. We ask that you give us strength. We ask that you continue to be with us as we come together, as we have real courageous conversation, and as we provoke change in our community.
They say that freedom